Hello, welcome to Real Frank Football. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to break down Week 6. Boy, were there some exciting upsets, some coaches that the fan base is already wanting to get rid of that have these massive contracts. And there was a coach that may have been intimidated or felt like he saw his ex-girlfriend with another guy, so he was a little shy. We'll get into all that stuff next.
Real Frank. You call me a
All right, let's get right into it. Week 6. The big game of the weekend was Texas A&M versus Alabama. Now, little backstory for this game. As you may remember, Nick Saban was pissed about all the NIL money that Texas A&M was throwing to players to get to recruiting. They had a massive, great recruiting class. So Saban called them out, kind of called them a little dirty, but not in those kind of words exactly. Jimbo took offense to that, called him out saying, hey, you know, he's a god, he's a king, you guys treat him like that, blah, blah, blah. So they kind of had a little tiff. And then last season, Texas A&M was able to upset Alabama. So there's a little bit of a backstory. This game went down to the wire, as you can see here, 20-24. But let's take a look at some of the things that happened during the game. Now this, to me, was the most intriguing part of this game. You may have to see this video. So Nick Saban's up here and Jimbo's down here, all right? Look how close they are to one another, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Here you go. Jimbo's down here. Oh, look, there's Nick. I see Nick. Hey, Nick. Uh-oh. He's afraid to talk to Nick. Now he's pretending like he didn't see Nick. And he's like looking around. Oh, I'm busy. I'm going to look at my players, pretend I don't see. Yada, yada. Oh, and the coach right here, his assistant, saw him, and he whispered into his ear like, hey, there's Jimbo. Jimbo's behind you stalking you. Look at this. You can see, look right here. He looks right here. He told Saban right there. He told Saban, hey, Jimbo's right behind you, that psycho son of a bitch. And he's like, oh. Now, what I love here is Saban did the most alpha male thing you can do. It's like, let's say you had a girlfriend and you broke up with your girlfriend, right? And your girlfriend's dating another guy. And you see them out together, right? Normally the person would be like afraid to go talk to them, right? But normally the alpha male would just go up there and talk to them. They don't give a shit, right? They just go up there and talk. I'm gonna alpha male this bastard, right? That's what Saban did. Jimbo was the little chick, you know, scared, playing hard, didn't want to have that confrontation, that awkwardness. And Saban's like, oh, fuck, we're going to have this awkwardness. I'll go over there. I don't give a shit about anything. And then he goes right over there and shakes his hand. Hey, Jimbo, how you doing? Look at that. Now Jimbo's kissing his ass. Jimbo puts his hand on his back, kissing his ass. Oh, how things going? Blah, blah, blah. Very uncomfortable small talk. This is probably my favorite part of the entire game, was this old little beginning drama. Because Saban is so brilliant here, alpha male him. He doesn't care. He's Nick Saban. He's got like 100 championships. He don't give a shit. And then his assistant season calls him, oh, Jimbo's behind you. He's not going to come up here, is he? Oh, here's Jimbo. I'll go up to him. Bah, 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 bah. Loved it. My favorite part of the entire game. Good old Nick Saban, alpha male, and Jimbo. So the game was back and forth. A very exciting game. It wouldn't have been as exciting if Bryce Young would have played. He stayed out because of sore shoulders, so they had their backup quarterback. He like turned it over like 4 or 5 times. He just couldn't handle the ball. But added Bryce Young, this would have not been a close game. So it came down to the final play of the game. 0 time left. Texas A&M has the ball, and they're going to go for the touchdown. Here's the play. Broken up. Now, there's a little bit of a backstory to this play, too, we'll get into here in a sec. But just to take a look at it, it was a horrible pass. DB was right there, double coverage. It should, or pretty goodly coverage there, so you shouldn't have thrown the ball there. But here's a little inside information. So on that last play, Alabama's second defensive DB says he read Jimbo Fisher's lips saying Evan, which was the receiver that they threw the ball to. The Alabama cornerback on coverage on the final snap says Jimbo Fisher yelled the name of the intended receiver from the sideline before they threw the ball.
Stop it! Stop it!
Come on, you're going to yell it? You don't think kids are that smart to pick up on that stuff? He gave away the last play. Oh, I love that. So that's how the DB was able to anticipate where that pass was going. And here's some great tweets. Jimbo Fisher's final play call. Jimbo's playbook. Oh no, the water boy. College football coaching for idiots. And then TCU and Kansas. Kansas is having a phenomenal year. Past seasons, they've just been awful. Had awful records. They were just known as a basketball program. But this year, they turned it around with their quarterback, Daniels. Daniels has been playing great. Looking like NFL potential there. But he got hurt in the game. The end of the second quarter before halftime, he gets landed on awkwardly when he was scrambling and hurts his shoulder. So then they had to put in the backup quarterback. And he able to come back to 38-31, and TCU won. TCU is turning into something. But here's some great tweets based on that game. I just threw my glass table at my 65-inch TV, shattering both of them. This team has humiliated my entire family. My wife and kids are in tears as 40-plus guests clear out of my house. Just threw my Jason Bean jersey into in the fire pit. I can't do this any longer. Goodbye, Jayhawks fan. Oh my God, he threw his TV. What kind of psycho is that? Your TV. It's like at least $1,000, right? Depending on the size of it. I mean, if it's a high-end TV, it could be a couple grand. But to get that mad at a football team, Kansas has sucked for so long in football, and they had a good month, and they're still going to have a solid season. They're going to go to a good bowl game. Yet that wasn't good enough, and you had to smash your TV, you lunatic? Come on!
Stop whining.
Yeah, stop whining.
Stop whining.
You blew out your TV. You destroyed your party. Oh, my goodness. And this is another good one. KU back to normal. Oh, because no one would ever go to Kansas games when they sucked and the stadium would be empty like this. And now it's back to normal. That is very funny tweet. Texas and Oklahoma. Oh, my God. 49-0. I mean, the Red River rivalry. This is like one of the best games of the year. It's always a close game, back and forth. Someone comes back, but 49-0. What an embarrassment! Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on at Oklahoma. They're really missing Lincoln Riley, I guess, right? This Brent Venables experiment is not working out very well. 49-0 to your arch rival. Man, oh man, they're going to run Venables out of there. Let's look at some of these tweets. Today's Red River shootout. Oh, all the Texas soldiers shooting all the Oklahoma soldiers. It was a massacre. It sure was. You bums gonna score? Oh no, the crying Jordan. That's the O for Oklahoma. These people are so clever. I love these tweets. Oh no, sad OU fans is the best sad fan. Look at all these sad faces. I don't know if you saw, there was a clip of a fan, this guy right here. He was physically crying during the game. The camera panned him, he had tears. Who cries at a college football game? It's just a game. It's not real life. And you're crying? You crying? There's no crying. Crying as a fan. No one died. He's crying because his ass hurts from that whooping. His ass hurts. Maybe that's why he's crying. His ass hurts from that beating. Oh my goodness. Imagine being winless against Coach Sark. Oh no. And we got him hanging. Oklahoma's coach, Brent Venables, hanging on his chest like a baby. Oh, and that's how he does it right now, man. He owns him. Now this is really impressive. Like, this game just ended and someone already made a sweet ass shirt. It's crazy, right? The body is still warm. The way they phrase that is brilliant. The body is still warm. And they got a t-shirt already. OUCA. Ouch. 49-0.
Alrighty then.
That's about all you can say about that. Only one man can save Oklahoma football now. Booty. Man. We were all waiting for the booty, and we still didn't get the booty. Even in that beatdown, we still did not get to see General Booty, and we all love some booty. Some big booty. Maybe next week. Washington versus Arizona State. Now, Arizona State has their interim head coach. They fired their coach a couple weeks ago. Some drama with that. Washington was looking really good to beat a couple good teams. All of a sudden, Arizona State blows out Washington. Well, I wouldn't say blow out, but beat them handedly, Washington. So that was a big shocker, and quite shocking, actually. Tennessee versus LSU. Now, we would think this would be a big game or a close game, you would think, right? Nope. Brian Kelly. Oh, man, the fans were having a field day with him. That honeymoon is over very quickly. LSU's 40-13 loss to number 8 Tennessee marks the worst home loss of Brian Kelly's career. Oops. You love to see this. He's got the L out for loser. He is a loser. He is a loser. Yeah, loser. And then apparently LSU football had a tweet go out. It's too early in October to be dressing like clowns, referencing Tennessee's uniform. And then someone retweeted it saying this tweet didn't age well. Literally ass whooping. Go Big Orange. Yeah, that blew up too. Brian Kelly watching LSU burn to the ground. Oh boy. The heat is on. You become a new head coach at SEC schools. Man, they want results right away, especially at LSU, where they have all that homegrown talent. Man. And Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame for LSU. You get the same thing. Yeah. And Brian Kelly stays holding the L's. You remember when this floated around during the offseason when he was making these videos of him dancing with recruits and stuff? My favorite one was when I think he was a tight end, and he did a dance video of him dancing, which totally looked awkward and ridiculous. Here's a screenshot of one of them, and that tight end ended up going somewhere else, which is my favorite part of the whole story. Utah is UCLA. Looks like UCLA is on a run here. Chip Kelly's got them going. They beat a tough Utah team very handedly. And Ohio State versus Michigan State. Whew. Look at that score. 49-20. Sparty's got some serious issues. And what sucks is they paid their coach a shitload of money last year to keep him there because they were so afraid they were going to lose him to another school. Big Ten wins in 2022 this far. Nebraska intern coach. Remember, Nebraska fired Scott Frost, and they had an interim coach. Mickey Joseph has 2 wins. 2 wins. How many does Mel Tucker have? Woo! Big Ten wins. He has not won in the Big Ten yet. Nebraska has. Ouch. In 2 games versus Michigan State, C.J. Stroud has passed for 793 yards and 12 touchdowns without playing in the 4th quarter.
Alrighty then.
Wow. Does C.J. Stroud own the Spartans? And this guy, he is the best quarterback in college football right now. This guy's arm talent is ridiculous. He looks fantastic. But the 2 games last year and this year, and he didn't even play the 4th quarter, he's accumulated 793 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's fucking Madden numbers, man. It's stuff you put up in manual when you're playing against a computer in easy mode. It's disgusting. Embarrassing. Mel Tucker really managed to ruin 2 football programs in 3 years. Oh, look at that. All the fans left early for that game, that beatdown. That was the beginning. Look at the clock right here. It was 13:59 left in the fourth quarter, and the place is empty. That's a tough one. And Michigan State gave Mel Tucker a 10-year, $95 million contract. The Spartans now have lost 4 in a row and have been outscored 149 to 168. If he gets fired at any point during the contract, he's owed 100% of his salary. What an investment. What an investment. Oh, my goodness. What a week 6. What a week 6. I can't wait for week 7. That's my breakdown for week 6. Hope you'll join me for week 7. Until next week, thanks for watching.